One of my areas of expertise is community work and rural development. I'm very conscious that as a commuting county, we are losing so much in terms of family life and commuting life. People don't have time or energy in the evening to get involved by the time they get home. Our communities are suffering a huge loss every day because by the time they get home, they're just fit to fall into bed. They haven't the energy to do anything. I commuted to Dublin for 2 years when I worked at the Farmers Journal, and I just couldn't believe how my general health improved after I gave it up by doing nothing in particular, by just stopping getting into that car and driving for 3 hours every day. Community infrastructure is a vital component in all our lives. Volunteers in our community organisations improve the quality of lives for people and for families in a multitude of ways, working for older people in youth clubs, sports organisations, homework clubs, mothers and toddlers groups. When the state fails people in communities that are suffering because of inequality, heaped on inequality, there is a sense of abandonment and hopelessness. And what does this result in? It results in disengagement, in dependence on drugs, and anything else, depending on anything else, that will take away the pain of everyday real life. It is women and men in these communities that force the state and the broader community to take notice and engage with them in the work of change and transformation. Communities, community workers and community initiatives are core to the transformation of our society. Labour is the party of social inclusion and will more than match the efforts of local communities to respond to their issues of isolation and disadvantage. Labour in government is committed to supporting voluntary effort right across our community. It will also undertake an audit of community facilities throughout the country with a view to setting a benchmark for entitlement in every community. A benchmark for entitlement to public facilities such as playgrounds, swimming pools and sports facilities. And when there's a certain population in a certain area, then they will have a statutory entitlement to basic things like a playground, like a swimming pool, like sports facilities. Many of our new hotels have fine leisure facilities, but not everyone can afford them. If there are families where children can't swim because the parents can't afford the membership fees at the local leisure club in one of the richest countries in the world, that's not on. It is not on. Families should be able to access community facilities and pay for them reasonably, such as swimming pools, without having to find a few thousand euros every year to do so. We all know that some areas are far ahead of others in terms of these infrastructure. Portarlington will soon open the doors of its refurbished new community facility, and so will Portlaoise. One of the ways of delivering local community infrastructure is by integrating community effort, local community effort with public authority efforts. This is best done through local democracy. In this regard, Labour will be a driving force in campaigning for a town council structure for Portarlington and in campaigning for an increase in the powers of the town council in Portlaoise to mirror the powers of the old Dublin councils. These are needed if local people are to deliver their own development and their own facilities.